What's up, video game designers? This is Mr. Edelman coming back for another week's worth of videos. So I sent out a message a little bit ago about how I was having some issues with my computer. My hard drive had died, so as I was recording and editing videos, which kind of stinks. But I'm here trying to put this together, so we have some stuff to go over this week. We're going to look at 4 different videos from Unity, specifically looking at scripting this week, so different scripting behaviors and stuff like that that will be helpful for you no matter what you are going to go into. So these things don't really require much as far as a powerful computer is concerned, so these are great. You can write the stuff in Notepad if you want to and send it to me, as long as you follow along and understand what's going on. So let's go ahead and get into these videos. The first video I want you to take a look at is this one called Loops. So this is on learn.unity.com. There's a lot of resources out here that you can pick up a bunch of different useful videos, tutorials, and stuff like that. This one is loops, so creating for loops, while loops, stuff like that. I want you to go through that because it pairs really well with the next one, which is arrays. So all these links will be in the description of the video, but arrays are basically like lists of objects, and we can loop through those and reference different objects within that list or within that array. Arrays have a fixed length, so just something that we need to be aware of. And then after that, we're going to move on to inheritance, which is a new sort of approach to creating objects in Unity. We've talked about this a little bit, creating new classes, but here we see that they're going to go through creating different types of fruit that have different properties and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. And then the last thing that we're going to look at is polymorphism. So how to create these fruit that have different functions and things, and have extensions of other classes that have different properties, different functions, and how to change these things back and forth. So an example that they're going through here is we have fruit, we have apple, which is a type of fruit, and how do we reference apple as just a generic fruit, or referencing apple as specifically an apple, which has chop, and it says the apple's being chopped is different from the fruit is being chopped. So having these things is really useful for games like if you're having a text-based game, it's really helpful, or even if you're having an RPG, like an old school 2D RPG, having these as different objects that you can reference for your combat systems and stuff like that is really great. And you probably store them in arrays, and you might loop through the arrays to find different groups of enemies and stuff. So that's what we're going to take a look at this week. Go through these videos, write up the scripts, send those to me, send me a GitHub link, or just you can attach the files to an email, and I will post another video going over the solutions from last week's video in a little bit once I get my computer back up and running. All right, thanks for checking in. I'll talk to you all next week.